guys. Next comedian runs his show. The next one's next Monday night at Bottoms Up, called 955 Comedy. Maybe go support some live comedy. How about that? You guys into that? Ready? Okay, no, maybe not. Oh, this guy. Thank you, sir. Well, it's a good show at Bottoms Up next Monday. Guys, give it up for Mr. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Ray Bullock, everybody. Give it up for Ray. Yes, keep it clapping. Applaud. Yes. Do it. Do it. I will murder you in your faces with a penis. Before we go any further, stop with the jokes. Stop. Silver, record this because this is very important. All right, to fucking get this side. It's a good one. Before this goes any further, ladies and gentlemen, some of you are new here, some of you have been coming for a while, but there is something that has been missing for a while here at Cafe Diem, and it's finally returned. It's been great. You know, don't get me wrong, Bill's done a fantastic job. Keep it going for Bill Metzger, put tonight's together. Doing a great job, but finally, someone has returned to us, ladies and gentlemen, someone that all of us comics have been missing, and of course I'm talking about Joe, I'm talking about a hot female bartender. Give it up for her, ladies and gentlemen. Working hard, distracting all the comics, having us just look at you awkwardly and saying to ourselves, do I have enough lime and tarp to get rid of your body properly? Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I just offended the 3 chicks in the front row. They're just grinning awkwardly, and this one looks like she's just punched a man in the last 24 hours. That's awesome. Cool, we got the table over here, that's cool. You're holding hands. Oh, young couple, ladies and gentlemen, young couple. I can tell you haven't been together long. You have that thing in your eye called hope, and that just disappears after a time. Just goes away. Speaking of midgets, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this for a little while. First and foremost, how dare you laugh at the word midget? That is an inappropriate word. That is a derogatory term. I dated a little person for 6 months. You do not say that word. That is the N-word. That is wrong. That is not proper. But she broke up with me, so she's a fucking midget. Let's talk about this a little bit for a while. Let me repeat that for the lady who's probably going to punch me when I come off stage. She broke up with me. How secure is my fat, bald ass? I can't satisfy half a woman. What the hell, man? I thought everything was cool. I thought we were having a good time. I looked huge. It was a good thing for everybody. And something just went fucking horribly awry. But she had a great sense of humor. We were at an outdoor concert one time. There were a ton of people at this concert, and a little person could get trampled and hurt in a big crowd like that. So I said, jump on my back. I will walk us through. Everything will be okay. Hand to whatever you pray to at night, or if you don't, whatever the fuck, you heathen bastard. Here's exactly what she said to me. Halfway through the crowd, I said, I'm going to try to get us over there. She leaned in my ear and said, do or do not, there is no try. I almost dropped the bitch. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I was throwing corn dogs at her. It was like the rape scene. Oh, it's so great. It was so awesome. By the way, Jesse kind of touched on this earlier. By the way, it's easy for you, who's going to punch me later, it's easy to confuse Williamsburg, New York, and Williamsburg, Virginia, because they're both old cities. Both of them have a high hipster population. There's a chance you're going to see a black man get beaten both. So anyway, moving on. Now, the whole hipster thing, what was I talking about? I don't know. I'm high as fucking elephant balls right now. I'm not going to lie to you people. But anywho, we were talking about relationships and stuff. And next month is Black History Month. That's just kind of awesome, you know. We can all feel guilty for 28 days and then go back to life as usual. The black guy applauded. He was like, yeah, you better be funny, motherfucker. You better not say some racist shit. I will cut you. That's awesome. That's awesome. No, I think it's cool, especially here in Richmond, the capital of the Confederacy. They did something last year. I think they're going to do it again. The day that Rosa Parks refused to get up from the bus, they honored that day here in Richmond. All the Richmond City buses reserved a seat for her on their bus all day long, and on the side of the bus, they wrote, thanks a lot, Rosa Parks. And I thought that was kind of cool. Then I looked at it and realized they spelled that in all capital letters. So it read, thanks a lot, Rosa Parks! That's a dick move. I don't care who you are. That is not cool, man. That is not fucking cool. All right? And while we're on the subject, this is kind of a room here. I'm just going to give a public service announcement to all the white people in the room. I heard this coming in. You're not allowed to use the N-word. I know Dave Chappelle might have thought it was cool. White people are not allowed to use the N-word, especially when there are N-words around. You know what I'm saying, people? He will cut you. I'm just saying. That bombed like it was fucking Penn State and there was a Boy Scout. That's not going to happen again, people. I apologize to you for that last joke that will never be uttered again, no matter what. Give it up for Silver, videotape and everything. But before I get out of here, seriously, he videotapes all the comics, you can go back and watch yourselves, that's good shit. Before I get out of here, back to you and the couple thing. How long have you been seeing each other? How long?
3 months.
3 months. Wow, she almost had to answer for you. You almost fucked up there, buddy. You were almost by yourself doing the thing. It would have been a horrible situation. How about you guys a couple next to each other? Oh, wow, she answered that fucking quick, dude. I would run. No, fuck no. Oh, Jesus. Wait. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Are you the friend? You know, he's my friend, my buddy, my pal, my friend. Pretty much translates, I'm going to tell you all my bullshit and bitch about you. My boyfriend's acting up, I'm never going to fuck you. Never going to fuck you. No, I'm not. Not even when we're drunk. Not even then. Not going to happen. I love how the dude's like, no, that's exactly what it is. Because I was the friend for a while. I finally found a chick. Now I don't have to put up with her bullshit anymore. So anyway, folks, listen, I always have a great time here at Cafe Diem, but seriously, give it up for Joe Half. He's coming back from Texas and all. Come out every week, support live comedy. If you've been drinking tonight, let somebody else drive you home. And plan on doing other things tonight. Don't fuck up. Fuck safe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Time for Ray! How about one more time for Ray? What was the sign-off line? Fuck what? And the fuck?
Don't fuck up. Fuck safe.
Don't fuck up, fuck safe. 2 fucks in 1 sentence. That's how you get off stage. It's a comedy rule. You can have your boss for the time. Guys, I'm gonna keep this thing rolling. Next comic, very funny guy. He's gonna do some jokes and stuff. Put your hands together, Mr. Jesse Thomas. Jesse Thomas, guys. All the way to the stage. You're not gonna stop. All the way. That's beautiful. Oh God, I love it. He was talking about like graduating from VCU, and I graduated from VCU, and I was looking up to like find out like, oh, who's cool, like who are the like most notable people that have graduated from VCU? You know who the most notable people are that graduated from VCU? Does anybody know? Guar. The band Guar. That's the alumni the association. Fucking Guar. Can't put that. Oh, who's in your interview? Who's in your alumni situation? Guar. They chainsaw Sarah Palin in half and I caught her blood in my mouth at the show. That was. I know how to use Excel. Does that help? I catch Sarah Palin's blood in my mouth and I know how to use Excel. Guys, I'm going to keep the comedy train rolling. We're having a great time. One more reminder to people, please keep your conversations down to a minimum. Silence helps comedy you got to hear them talk about their dicks. How else are you going to do that? If you're talking, you got to... They have penises and they want to talk about it. You have to hear the hair... All right, take it easy, Dickless. I love it! Guys, next comedian is a very funny man. Please give it up for Mr. David C. Whitfield, everybody. David C. Not his fault. Guys, we're going to do great. Are we doing all right up here still? Okay, good. I'm going to keep checking in. Good. Here's Rick. Yes. Guys, next comedian. He's standing right here. I assume he's very funny. He came up and started talking about boobs earlier, so there you go. Guys, give it up for Mr. Benn. Louder! Let's see that.
I was told to do a joke about Joe, but this is actually the first time I've met him. Just like my father. Right, Dad?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good stuff. My name is Ben Grant. I am in the Bloods. Guys, what if CBS, what if CBS, the C in CBS stood for cock? So it was like the cock broadcasting system or whatever. And it was just cock all the time, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Like, what if it was just cock? Like, wouldn't that be crazy? And then you turned on NBC and you're like, what are these black people doing? All right. Okay. I got in a car crash recently. I was on a four-way, and the car across from me flashed his brights to be like, you can turn. And And so I flashed my breast to be like, okay, cool. And then... that is one hot fucking bartender. Excuse me, sweetie? Sweetie, what's your name? Hello, bartender? Turn around, what's your name? No, the guy. So, where I'm from, Stanton, Virginia, hydrofracking is suddenly an issue. Hydrofracking kind of sounds like future slang to me. Like, someone's like, yeah, I hung out with Jessica last night. Oh, really? You frack her? More like hydrofrack. This table, these guys, they know. I think my favorite road sign is bridge may be icy. You know, like, bridge might be icy, I don't know, I want to be a billboard. Why am I shaped like a diamond when I feel like a square? I don't like to talk about Justin Bieber a lot because I'm not an amateur, but I had to hear his Christmas album because it was playing in Domino's where I work, and he has a song on there called The Little Drummer Boy, featuring Busta Rhymes. In the song, Justin starts rapping, and he says, I'm the king, I'm going for the title. This is so tight, it should have been in the Bible. That is a bold claim. I write down ideas, guys, not jokes, okay? I'm not your puppet. Speaking of rap music, a lot of people in rap these days, especially those in the Young Money affiliation, such as Drake, they do this thing where they make a simile, but they don't like have the full thought. They'll just say something and then they'll say the one word that describes it. Like Drake goes, this time I'm really going off. Firework. So, here's a little rap verse I wrote for Drake.
Woo! Alright. Here we go.
That guy back there likes rap. I want to get you between the sheets. Paper. The Hangover 2 is the same exact thing they released last year, just edgier. New Gillette razor. Back to Domino's. I work at Domino's, and this is the saddest thing that's ever happened to me. I took a delivery to a nursing home, and to a resident of the nursing home. He was only about 35, so already that's sad. He was completely disabled. He needed to sign his credit card, but he couldn't because his hand was like, it was shaking and stuff. And so I'm like, oh, you don't need to, if you can't sign it, you don't need to. And he's like, that's probably for the best, because no one will ever know my name. Yeah. So, you guys can go home and be sad about stuff, but here's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I was in Walmart, and Walmart, because a lot of people that go there are illiterate, they have ATMs that will say how much money and like guide you through it. So I'm walking by, and there's this guy, he's about 50, he's got camouflage on, and the ATM goes, your balance is $2.46. To which he replies, that bitch! Texting T9. Right, okay. Back when we had flip phones, because we were losers, you had to text in T9, which is you would press and it would guess. That fucking around, that's great. It would guess what you were trying to say, but I guess T9 was made by like a family company because it's like, well, don't swear, we're not going to swear in here. So you'd be like, A, and it's like, oh, you mean like apples? And like, S, and it's like, you mean S? And then you type another S, and it's like, assimilate? But now I have a smartphone, and I have like the swipe thing where you swipe the whole thing, and so it guesses your words, and so that's cool. But then I'll try and do it drunk, and so I'll try and say something like, "Hey, can you give me the number for a cab company?" And I'll just end up typing, "Hey Jessica, I really want to come over. I know last time really scared you, but I'm circumcised now, so that'd be cool." That joke was a trick. I used to live in New England, and now I live in the South. Awesome. Also, I don't have any money, and neither does my family, so our doctor is fun. I went in there because I didn't do so well my first semester, so I wanted to get some attention ADD drugs, and here's our conversation. So, what are you here for? Well, I'm having trouble focusing. Need some Adderall, huh? Need a little bit of Adderall? Yeah, I guess. Okay. How old are you? 19? Uh-huh. Didn't need it in high school. Well, maybe I just... But now you're in college, and you need some Adderall, huh? Yeah. Shit, I don't care. I get some Adderall. My fellow cinema major really likes DMT, and he was like, I don't want to buy all this DMT when I could just make it in my dorm room. And so his roommate was like, hey, 911, I think that my friend is making meth in the dorm room, so that's not cool. And the cops were like, oh, okay. So they roll on up there, but guess what? They're not trained to know what DMT is. So even though there's like a meth lab in his dorm, they're like, So then they found like an ounce of pot, and they're like, ha! Kicked him out, instead of going to jail for like 20 years. That's great, that's fun. Okay, I have to go, but I will leave you with this. If God didn't want you to pray the gay away, then why does that rhyme?
Very funny. That's very funny, Ben. Well, guys, we got our next comedian here, who's it's not very good. The next comedian he's a giant piece of shit. I think everybody hates him. He's got a face, and he's standing over there. And he now lives in Austin, but he used to live here, and he used to run the show. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna point to the back, and then we're gonna start clapping. And then as I sweep my hand across, we're all gonna laugh with my hand like I'm Moses. Does that make sense?
Are we clapping or laughing?
No, you're gonna clap. You could boo, laugh. You just make noise. Thanks, James. Shut the fuck up. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna point to the back corner. If you can start clapping there. And then as we come across the room, guys, he's a big piece of shit. Everybody give it up for Carl Aston. That was a lot of fun. How we doing, guys? How we doing? We doing good? We're halfway through the list. We have more to go. Your next comedian got bumped by Joe. But he's very funny, man. Please give it up for Mr. Arta. Yeah!
Hi everyone,
Hello.
I'm Arta.
Hey.
So, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm a pacifist. because whenever I think about hitting someone, I just get uncontrollably horny. I have a huge fucking erection. And it gets bad when I try to do the Heimlich maneuver on my grandma. And I see her in the next family reunion and shit just gets awkward. She starts coughing. She's like, no, that's just a cough. I'm not joking. Stop it. Get down. So my mom left her car on the driveway with the windows down and got some shit stolen. And apparently that warranted getting an ADT security system installed in my house. And I fucking hate that thing. Because it's supposed to make you feel safe, but it summons the law to your house. Isn't that a bit ironic? Like, there's no way to make me feel unsafer than bringing police officers to my house. And it's like, I don't know. It's like a fucking game trying to get inside of my own house. I have to like break the window, and it's like, uh-oh, leave before the cops come. All right, so the ceiling below my personal bathroom started getting water damage, and it would just peel away from itself like a little vagina, and it was pretty cool. But immediately my dad blamed me because he just assumed I was spraying piss all over the bathroom floor and causing the water damage. And I was like, yes, Dad, I've been acidifying my own urine by following a strict regimen of lemon juice and other people's stomach acid. And I've just been urinating all over the floor. Thanks. Turns out it was my fault, but it wasn't urine, it was my semen. One time in the 3rd grade, I uttered the word dang in front of one of my classmates, and he goes, hey, that's a bad word. So I grab him by the collar and I say, listen, bitch, I'll throw you down my fucking cellar and tie you to the radiator if you say that shit again. That's it. That's all I have. I like it when people ask me why I have shoulder hair, or why I have like lots of body hair in general, and I go, same reason you're stupider than me. Genetics, right? Right? Anyone? No? Okay. Sometimes I like to try to impregnate inanimate objects, like my bathroom rug. Lots of toilet paper, I've impregnated that before. One time I accidentally impregnated my own eye. That was pretty good, that was a long shot. And now I have to pay child support because I'm the father of an anthropomorphic eye. It's eye and head, or its head and its torso is just a big eyeball and has arms and legs sticking out. And that's it, thank you.
God, this is the most I've run in a long time. I don't like running. I didn't be talking about that already. How we doing, guys? Listen, I think I've been doing a fantastic job hosting the show. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Can you guys, do we have people that are on Twitter? Yeah? Yeah? Can you guys do me a favor? Okay, if you got a thing and you can tweet at @shitshowopenmic right now, and then say something mean, not homophobic or racist, please, for the love of God, but just say something mean about Ever, E-V-E-R. If we can get like 50 tweets about how she's a piece of shit, that would be fucking awesome. Like, that would, what's that? At @shitshowopenmic. We can start like in Chicago, there's an open mic going on. Guess what? There's an open mic going on in another city. And they're all tweeting it, and they like to talk shit on me when I'm not there. So if we can all tweet them and talk shit on Ever, their host, that would be great for me. I don't know if you guys want to help me. Do you guys want to help me? Can you do that? Yes, please. That would be fantastic. Oh, this looks great. I can see the glowing faces of people. Yes. Well, we had Joe Hafke, who was up here, who started this great open mic. Let's give it up one more time for Joe.